back. JCT Television. We have a guest on the panel right now. He's going to speak with us about eradication and
sacrifice, cultivation, duplication.
There we go. All of it, right? We got Ink here. You want to introduce yourself to people? I'm pretty sure they know you one way or another.
I'm King Bling Money.
There it is.
Also Money Inc. We just here to drop some knowledge on the people.
Word. Yo, well, we talking words. You got to come off with that name right there. There's some real words right there.
Yeah, so I'm a king. I was born a king, right? A lot of people don't know that they're kings and queens and emperors or whatever title they want to have. With me, it's more than a title. Bling is a name that was given to me. So I shine bright. And people always told me that from a young age. They'd say, oh, your skin looks so good. You know, you're shining. Or I would have jewelry on and they'd say, oh, you know, you're shining. And a guy started calling me Bling. He said, man, every time I see you, you bling, bling. And he just started calling me that. And then the money's always been in my name. They called me Money Inc. when I was young. They called me, there's little nicknames around the way. They'd say Young Money. And, you know, I always knew how to get a dollar. I was a kid always walking around. I would sell candy. I used to draw. I would sell arts and crafts to my relatives. So that name just always stuck. And it all just incorporated together. So
that's what's up.
It followed me.
So, yeah, like you said, it followed you. I talked a little bit earlier about the things we learn when we're young and how it follows us through the life. And that's a prime example of how the way you're thinking from when you were young, how it has grown with you all the way up to today, here and now.
That's true. So, yeah, a lot of our thoughts are formulated from childhood. So usually it comes from your parents or your grandparents, your aunts, uncles, older relatives or siblings, the neighborhood you grow up in, the environment you grow up in. That's where a lot of your thoughts come from, your ideals, your ideas, your beliefs. And it's a good thing and a bad thing. So depending on who you grew up with and what their thought process was or what their beliefs was is passed down to you.
Right.
So it's only going to take you as far as eradication is necessary sometimes. Eradicating habits.
Right.
You know, you might have picked up a habit. You've seen people smoking cigarettes in your house when you was young, so you thought that was cool and you picked that up young. You've seen people drinking alcohol or whatever. You know, not that I'm saying there's something bad with it, but these are certain habits that, you know, you might not want to partake in. A bad diet, though, you know, I hear people say, oh, this high blood pressure runs in my family, or diabetes runs in my family, or something like that. And I'm like, no, bad diet runs in your family. Bad habits run in your family. And that's why you end up with the same health ailments that the elders in your family, you know, had or suffered from.
Just speaking to you now, you talk in a very systematic way. It's logical. You're saying this because of this, and it makes sense, right? So one of the trending things right now I think might fit into this conversation. You mentioned the word king, some queens, you know, some royalty. We are sovereign individuals in a certain sense.
That's right.
It's more than just calling yourself something. You're giving yourself a title. We were talking about titles too earlier. And the trend now is that everybody's kings. But what is it to really claim this title and carry it on? Because you're saying, you know, you shine, you bling. That's more than just the physical part of it.
Yes.
The way you think and you carry yourself. People can see it all around. So explain a little bit why you would call yourself a king.
So, it's deeper than a title. You can't just call yourself something. You have to be it.
Word.
So, there's many men who were kings. There's many women that were queens. A lot of people wore crowns. But what did they do with that crown? What did they do with that title? What did they do while they had the throne? Did you lead your people correctly? Who did you teach? Who followed you? Who did you bring up? Who did you help rise?
Word.
That's the difference. So me calling myself king, I'm gonna wear that hat, I'm gonna wear that crown, I'm gonna sit on that throne, and the right people are gonna lead. I'm gonna lead, and the right people are gonna follow me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna create leaders, and I'm gonna share my ideologies and my knowledge and my wisdom and understanding with people, so that they can rise up. As far as the, you say politics. People go crazy over politics and, oh, you know, you have this person leading, you have that one in power, and they're not in power. They're not in power over you. You're in power over you. You dictate how you feel. You dictate what you want to watch, what you want to listen to, what you want to eat. That person is just a title. Like we were speaking titles earlier. Yeah, you know, they dictate some policies, and that might affect you somewhat, but not like you think, especially if you're down here on the totem pole. It has nothing to do with you. You know what I mean? What you really need to focus on is you and your community. Because, you know, they might be the president of the United States or the mayor of your city, but you might be the king in your village. You know, whether your village is 100 people or 10 people, worry about your village. Even if it's just 3 of y'all, you know, worry about your village. Get you an apple, that one an apple, and this one an apple, and enjoy your apples. You know, don't worry about if someone over there has 100 apples. Try to reach that. Use that as motivation. Don't be mad at them.
How'd you get them apples, yo?
Yeah, find out how they got them apples. You know, find out how they got them apples, and if they're willing to share that knowledge, be happy. If they don't be mad at them. Some people are greedy. They're selfish. Get your apples and be happy, yo. If you don't have any, just be happy with the ones you have, or, you know, try to get some. Like, that's the issue with our system and our society.
So, in summation, we can look at it like Papa T said a little bit earlier, you know, what you're putting, what you're feeding into your brain, that's probably more important. What you're doing in your immediate body and actions is more important than what somebody
What's
down
going on out there, yeah, because it's not you're not coming across it. You're not even coming in contact with it for real. You seeing it, but it's not the same. You've seen it on television. It's not in person. You'll probably never touch this person or breathe the same air as them or be around them or hear what they're hearing. So focus on what's going on around you, and hopefully you can reach a level where you can be around certain things, you know. So,
as we dig deeper into the topics of eradication and cultivation, stay tuned here on JCT TV. This was King Bling and Jose.
have a good one. Stay blessed.
Sure.